Hi ARK fans, welcome to ARK Invest Daily, your daily dose of ARK information. Today we are going to go over the weekly highlights of ARK. So how did they perform in the last week? We'll look at the market value trend. We will look at their biggest moves. Also, we will go over any new or removed companies. And another thing that we do these days is that we keep an eye on our watch list of 4 stocks in which Nano Dimensions shines last week. So we'll go over that. And of course, there is one new company and 2 removed companies. So we will go over that as well. So stay with me, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the other side. Hi ARK fans, welcome back. In ARK summary section, we keep an eye on market value. Market value, they started the week with 44.71 billion, ended in 45.38, which is a net positive, so this is great. Let's click on each one of these ETFs and see whether they have been up or down. This week, ARKK is up, but as you can see, as the chart moves, it's not as up as the overall ETF, sum of all ETFs combined. So when I click on this, so there you go. Then you have ARKG is up quite a bit, ARKW is up relatively, and ARKF is even more, relatively speaking, obviously, in terms of percentages. ARKF is probably the highest. Then you have ARKQ, ARKX. ARKX is actually down, but overall it's just 1.3% of weightage, so it doesn't really make a difference. PRNT is up, and IZRL is up too. So last 3 are very small to really make a difference, but as you can see, rest of them were up. And overall ETF is up for this week, so that's great news. In terms of number of companies, IZRL has the highest number of companies, ARKX has the lowest. Total number of companies is 285. Many of them are present in multiple ETFs. They started the week with 285 companies, went up and down, and ended the week with the same 285 companies. So we'll see what are those ups and downs in just a bit. In terms of biggest moves, our threshold today is 20%. So any company whose shares were added or removed 20% or more will show up here. And these are the companies that fit that criteria. Pfizer, rank 82 already. This is a relatively new company, added 2 weeks back. 53% extra shares added. And when I hover over it, you can see the shares trend. They have been bullish on it, and it is typical of them to invest more and more into a new company that they invest in for first couple of weeks, which they did here. 700,000 shares added there, 34.4 million in value. Genius Sports, 38% extra added. Komatsu, 20% extra. Series Therapeutics is 100% removed. HDFC, 89% removed. Roche, 81% removed. Zongan, 47, Nvidia 45, Yeheka 37, MGI 31, and Nintendo 23 as well. In terms of biggest negative is 53.3 million. Biggest positive 34.4 million. So that's those are the biggest moves in terms of percentage shares. But let's see in terms of market value, were there any big moves even though there was no market, even though there was no shares movement. Let's see that. So if I sort this, the threshold I've kept is 38, just a random one, just to see if there are any big moves in terms of, maybe we can reduce it a little bit, say 30 million, and then sort it again, just to see any companies where there was hardly any change in shares. See, as you can see, there's 1%, which is more of an adjustment, but there are big movements in terms of market value. Intellia Therapeutics, there you go. So when I hover over it, you'll see the stock price has moved quite a bit up this week, and hence it's the biggest positive. Coinbase too, going back up to 278. Unity Software up to 133. Hardly any movement in shares, but big movement in stock price this week. This is 4% shares movement, and stock price is kind of up, a little bit up. Exact Sciences, Nvidia, Pfizer we went over, Editas, Beam Therapeutics, and then PagerDuty. In terms of negative, it's Zoom actually taking a big hit in stock price. Hardly any movement in shares. They are buying the dip basically. That's what we saw. And as the chart shows, stock price going down and shares going up. So they're buying the dip there. Roche Holdings still believing in Zoom, looks like. Roche Holding negative, and then Square Inc. also negative. So that's biggest moves this week. Let's look at overall portfolio, how that looks. Tesla is in red zone, as you can see. Intellia we saw is the biggest green. Zoom is the reddest red. And then Coinbase and Unity holding the fort for them. Spotify, yeah, more green than red, but there are big reds. So yep, that's what we see. New and remove company section. So in this, we see SomaLogic and WT. It's appearing twice because the ticker symbol is different, and both present in genomics. Stock price very different too. $2.54, $10.20. Both genomic companies. $28 million investment here and just $2 million investment here. Then we have removed companies, Seer Inc. And Alibaba. So both of them are completely removed. So two added, two removed, and hence it's a net 285 companies. They started with 285, ended in 285. Well, these two I'm counting as one, and hence in the banner you will see there is only one new and two removed. But in terms of ticker symbol, these are two new companies. So system is treating it as two new. Now, on the watch list side, you can see Nano Dimension. We keep an eye on these four on daily basis. So this time we are doing it, doing a weekly diff. So how they started the week and how they ended. Nano Dimension is up in terms of number of shares that they own. 35, so 3.5% extra shares, 632,000 shares added, making a difference of 3.9 million. Rest of them under 1% movement, 0.7% movement. This is more of an adjustment, as you can see, but still very positive because the stock price went up. DraftKings reached $61, Skills reached $12, and Palantir reached $26.60. So this is the story of Nano Dimension. Let's click on Nano Dimension a little bit just to see where they added it. So as you can see, they added some on August 31st, and then September 1st, September 2nd, September 3rd as well. So big difference. So let's see which ETF have they added it to. They added, yeah, looks like so it's present in 4 ETFs. Nano Dimension, they only added to ARKQ, kept on adding more and more to ARKQ, and this is the market value of that. So that's Nano Dimension, the watch list. In this case, it's the weekly change. So yeah, please like and subscribe, guys. This was your daily dose, and I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you.